What's the scheme? You talk vaguely about revolution. What is it?
I think a socialist egalitarian system based on the massive redistribution of wealth, heavy taxation of corporations and massive responsibility for energy companies and any company that's exploiting the environment. I think they should be I think the very concept of profit should be hugely reduced. David Cameron says profit isn't a dirty word. I say profit is a filthy word, because wherever there is profit there is also deficit, and this system currently doesn't address these ideas. And so why would anyone vote for it? Why would anyone be interested in it?
Who would levy these taxes?
You're damaging the strong term, and I would agree, but at a really fundamental level, it's a coarse cheapening of politics, right? It's reducing it to a joke. It's reducing it to a slogan, as if you can take this organic development of British parliamentary democracy, of which so many people have benefited, and just put a slogan up there and say utopian revolution, I'm not going to vote, and by implication, neither should you. Well, what are the implications? What are the consequences when someone that famous and influential starts talking about revolution?
I agree with Russell Brand's premise and his argument. He captured the problem quite effectively. However, his solution to not vote, I think, is not helpful. I mean, to renounce the system by not voting does not, evaporate the system.
What Russell Brand tapped into and what comedians are very good at is BS detection. And right now there's a high level of that in our politics. We literally threw in Ontario a press conference to raise the minimum wage to $11. Like, you are in poverty, you will stay in poverty, but we have a press conference for it.
So there's always some degree of power to the people just in the fact that they have their numbers. And you saw this a lot with the Arab Spring, where once people reach a tipping point, even if they don't have direct democratic involvement in how things are done, there could always be a revolution.
We saw it in Egypt when people said, yes, okay, we fought for fair and free elections, we got a party, they started abusing power, you know what, we're not going to wait 3 years. So there is precedent on how to hold politicians accountable and remind them who they work for.
Say what you will about Occupy, but we did just have a giant debate between two income inequality reporters in one of the richest ridings in Canada. I doubt that would have happened 3 years ago without the public getting upset.
People are with you, they're agreeing, this thing is not working, but the alternative is scarier because it's unknown. We don't have an alternative. Democracy is the best option we have right now.
There's going to be a revolution. It's totally going to happen. I think not only I ain't got a flicker of doubt. This is the end.
Revolutions are bloody by nature. If my son is going to listen to that and go out into the street and wear a black mask and protest and gets hurt, well, I would hold him accountable for preaching, such a really dangerous gospel to a lot of young folks.
Support Ontario's public television. Donate at tvo.org.